All right, we've got LSU players. By the way, the LSU locker room is open for the moment. We'll have the head coach out here in just a few minutes as well. Let's start with any questions. Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. We'll start here on the front right. Yes, sir.
Sheldon Mickles, Baton Rouge Advocate. Trey, how far did you grow up from Yale in New Haven? And did you ever, as a kid, maybe think about playing there?
Yeah, I grew up about, like, if I had a strong enough arm, I could probably throw a rock to, like, Yale's basketball facilities. And growing up playing basketball, I didn't necessarily think about playing them in the tournament. But it's a great feeling to be able to make it this far and be able to play against someone who's from back home.
Follow up to that. I've heard you've played some pickup games against some of those guys when you were in high school. Do you remember any of them?
I used to play on the same AU team as Azar Swain, and Jordan Bruner. He was a guy that was, I think he was on his way there, like to start his school process, but he had sat out 1 year, so we had put up a couple shots together. Nothing crazy, but yeah.
Next question, in the back on the right. Yes, sir.
Reggie Chapman, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. Question for both of you guys. This team has, their starting five has 4 players that are in average double-digit scoring. They're a high-flying scoring offense, as you guys are. How do you guys plan to keep up, or is it the mindset kind of the same? You're going to try and stay the same and kind of score as will?
Skylar, you want to start us?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big challenge for us. You know, when you see that balance on the scoring end, that means they really pass the ball well. So everybody's a weapon, and you know, we're just gonna try to stick to our defensive principles and try to make shots tough for them.
What about you, Tremont? You got anything to add?
Yeah, we obviously, like, when you come into this type of environment, you're gonna play against guys who either push the ball, they slow it down. It's just a bunch of type of different, like, offensive schemes and defensive schemes. We can't shy away from what we've been doing as a program. We just got to continue to do what our jobs are and just keep doing what we do.
Next question, we'll get a microphone to you. Anything here? Any other questions here for these two guys? We got a few minutes in the back right, yes.
WRZ, Mie Oni, obviously a scorer, leader of this team. What have you guys kind of seen from him on film, and what makes him so difficult to guard?
A great player. He's been an integral part of a team that's made it to the NCAA tournament, so you can tell the talent that he brings, and he's unbelievable in transition, so we're going to try to keep him out of that, and again, just try to make shots hard for him.
Next question, we'll get a microphone to you. We've got a few minutes for these guys here. The LSU locker room is open, and the back right one more time.
Just hang on to it. Yeah.
All right, so what have you guys learned from the SEC tournament, obviously that loss against Florida? Where have you guys done over the last kind of week to try and re-prepare and refocus, especially knowing that Will Wade's not going to be here?
Like we always say, all season we've been saying that we're a family, we're going to grow together, we're just going to keep pushing through everything that, all the adversity that's been thrown at us. But nothing has changed since the Florida game. It was a game that we lost. We didn't execute down in the stretch, and we know that we have to come together as a family even more now because we don't have our head coach. Coach Benford is our new head coach, and everyone respects that. We totally love the change-up, Coach Benford being there, Coach GH, Coach Armstrong. But like we always say, we just got to come together, just be one, and not let anything break us apart.
Yes, sir. Here in the middle. Mike, coming your way.
This question is for both. I mean, not having your head coach, has it bonded you guys as a closer unit? I mean, what has it done to bring you guys closer as a basketball team?
Yeah, you know, the idea of family is when one person's down, the other person has to pick them up. So with our the huge part of our team and Coach Wade, with him being out, you know, we knew that we'd have to come together even more. And we probably didn't show it as much in the Florida game, but looking at that film and learning from that loss, we understand that that's going to be a big part of us being able to move further down in this tournament and getting past Yale.
Back and to the right. Yes, ma'am.
Now that y'all have worked with Coach Tony and Heyer and Armstrong as that collective co-coaches unit for a couple weeks now. How are y'all getting used to that in terms of, only having it for one day for the first game?
Well, they were a part of our coaching staff before, so they were just an extension of Coach Wade. But now that Coach Benford is our actual head coach now, everyone's looking towards him, and he's putting a lot of, not pressure, but he's putting a lot of trust into the players now and just holding each other accountable more, because when Coach Wade was the coach, he had more say-so. But now that we know we don't have him, everyone has been coming together. We've been in the gym shooting a lot more. We've been doing a lot of things together without the coaching staff pretty much forcing us to do it throughout practice and stuff. So I would just say that they're giving us a lot more freedom to see what we're going to do. And I would say we stepped up to the challenge. We know that games aren't going to be easy. We just got to go out, fight together, and be brothers.
On the left side of the aisle.
Yeah, I guess kind of following that up, with all the off-the-court stuff, how much do you guys think about that other than when you're in a press conference here? During the day, between practices, between games, is it on your mind? And does it anger you, what people say about the program and about your coach?
I think there's been a lot of outside stuff throughout the year, and I think we've done a great job of keeping that stuff outside. Once we step on the court, and I think our record shows that. So we should be able to continue to do that. And me and Tremont as leaders, we trust all of these guys, and we've developed a great bond over the year, and we expect that bond to keep us together on the court.
Got a few minutes left. We'll go back in the right again.
Obviously, it's a different team than Florida. Florida more of a slow it down type of offense, and this one more of a high speed offense as well. Coach Benford talked about how paint touch would be more important in this game. Without giving away obviously the game plan, what do you think is more an important thing to kind of do in a game like this where it could be a shootout and down the stretch?
I would just say we have to get back in transition, because Oni, he's a beast in transition. He likes to push the ball, get out, and their point guard number 3, he pushes the ball a lot, and as long as we're able to stop those two guys and pretty much play everyone else solid, then I feel like we have a pretty good chance to win the game.
Got time for a couple of more. Here in the front. We'll, right here, Barry.
Scott Rappley with the Baton Rouge Advocate. Skylar, I don't know if you saw it, but ESPN rated all the coaches by their playing ability, and Coach Benford rated pretty high. Has he ever told you about what a great player he was, and does he still have any game?
He brings up how back in the day he got drafted by the Celtics, I believe, and he said he was kicking butt back in the 80s, but he doesn't dwell on it too much. A long time ago.
Ryan, I don't know if you got asked this earlier, so forgive me if you did, but being from New Haven, what do you know about Yale? Did you get recruited by Yale? Did you consider them? Do you know some of the guys said you might play pickup games? I don't know.
Yeah, like I said before, it's if I had a strong enough arm, I could probably throw a rock to Yale's basketball facilities. And I actually grew up. That's where I started playing basketball. My dad got a membership to Payne Whitney Gym, and it was like the local, well, not local, but it was like their facility where everyone could go in if you had a membership. So that's where I started. Actually, one of my basketball videos, like my training videos, is actually in their gym, and that's when I wasn't being recruited by them, so it wasn't a violation or anything. So, I just grew up playing there. Now that Azar Swain goes there, I actually grew up playing basketball with him for the CT Elite Basketball Club, and just knowing that I'm from New Haven and that this team is from New Haven, it's an honor to be able to play them in the first game of the March Madness NCAA Tournament.
We've got time for one more. All right, guys, good. We're good. Thanks very much. Good luck to you this week. Coach Benford will be out in just about 5 minutes. Thank you. And the LSU locker room is open at the moment. We've got Coach Benford from Louisiana State University. And if you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. The locker room is still open for LSU at the moment. Coach, if you would, just a few thoughts on the last few weeks and how it's gone for your basketball team.
Yeah, first of all, our guys have been great. They've been working extremely hard. We've had some great practices the last few days, really focused, especially after the SEC tournament, after the loss to Florida. We gave our guys a couple of days off, came back, had two really, I think, spirited practices. Guys are focused, looking forward to the opportunity to play here in the NCAA Tournament against a very quality Yale team, and we'll be prepared to play tomorrow.
First question on the left. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jerry Carino from the Asbury Park Press. Tony, Nas Reed's a local guy for us. What's his development been like this year on and off the court? How has he dealt with everything that's been around him?
Great. I tell you what, I was just talking to another media person about Nas. Nas has lost 30 pounds since he's joined us in June, and he's worked extremely hard. Our strength coach has done a great job with him. We all know about his skill set, but he's been very coachable. He's got a high IQ. He absorbs the scouting reports in our film sessions. He's really good. And I tell you what, with our big guys, he's like a coach on the floor with our big guys. He's been good defensively. That's one area I think he's really improved is defensively. He's able to guard ball screens. And you'll see Nas, we'll match him up sometime on the wings. He's guarding 6'4", 6'5" wings. So we've been really pleased. I think he's should be a lottery pick in my opinion. I don't see how guys have passed on a guy that size and that skill set.
Back to the left side here, Coach.
Howie Kasoy, New York Post. Tony, given the unforeseen circumstances of this season, being thrown in so late, what does it mean having been a head coach so recently? Do you think has it made the adjustment easier for you? And if you hadn't been, would it have been more difficult?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. First of all, we have a quality group. What I mean, a group of character kids, and they've really bought in. They've really taken ownership of their team. They've had, unfortunately, go through a lot of adversity this year, obviously losing, one of their teammates in Wade Sims, and that really made these guys a tighter-knit group, brought them closer together, more trust and respect for one another, and it made it easy for us to coach them. And they dedicated the season to Wade Sims. So that's the reason we were able to win. In overtime, we went had 6 overtime games in the league, and we were 5-1 in those games because of the closeness of this group. And for me to step in, Coach Wade really delegates a lot to our coaching staff. We have great staff. Greg Heyer, who's ready to be a head coach, he was at Wichita State. He does a great job, tremendous job. And then Bill Armstrong, who's in the SEC for 13 years. So that's made it easier having really good I say we're co-coaches, but really other good coaches on the staff, and that's helped our transition and our relationship with our players.
In the middle, Coach.
Following that up, how difficult has it been for you to not only try to coach a basketball team, obviously, but keep players focused on basketball as opposed to everything swirling around the program? Go ahead, and I'll follow up after that.
Well, first of all, we talk about narrowing our focus, controlling we can't control the outside noise and what's going on. All we can control is our locker room and our huddle. And the players, they've taken ownership of the locker room, and they're holding everyone accountable too. Their teammates accountable too. So I think that's huge right there. When you can narrow your focus, kind of got to have tunnel vision, put blinders on. But they're aware of what's going on the outside. But inside, when we walk in those doors, hey, it's about preparing for instance, Yale. We got to prepare today, guys. We can't control what's going on the outside.
And just following that up, what are your thoughts about the program just being kind of shown in such a negative light, and what do you have any sense for what players think about it, but also what do you think about it?
Well, I mean, in college athletic things happens, and that's just part of life. In any walk of life, any profession, things happen, and so we can't worry about that right now. I'm just focused on these kids and making sure that we're prepared for Yale, and make sure that we go out and represent LSU the best way that we can at this moment.
Question, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone too. We've got a few minutes left with the coach. Any other questions? Here in the front row. Yes, sir.
Hey, Tony, I asked one of the players this. Have you saw ESPN rank the coaches by their playing ability, and you ranked pretty high. You like, not Chris Mullen, but pretty high coaches in the tournament. I was just wondering if you had seen that, and what do you take from your playing days to help you relate to players and what they're going through, what they're thinking, that sort of thing? Because they're not always on the same page as what you are.
That's about 100 pounds ago with that. But anyway, I saw that. One of my sons said that to me. But anyway, I had guys. When I played my senior year I played a couple years in the NCAA Tournament when I was at Texas. I played at Texas Tech, and we lost a teammate. I related this to my guys. We lost a teammate when I was in college. He died while we were playing at the rec center on the floor. Had a heart attack and died. And we that brought that group. I still stay in contact with those guys. That brought us closer together. That group that I played with, and that's what I see with these guys. I shared my experience with these guys, and you can see these guys through the adversity, obviously the adverse situation with losing Wade that we've gone through. A lot of people talk about being their brothers keepers and all that stuff. These guys are living it. I mean, they are truly their brothers keepers, and so we got to continue to stay focused and continue to stay together.
Front left, yes.
Tony, your history with the tournament, there's upsets happen, right? In these early round games, you're playing an early game tomorrow. What's your message to your team? How do you keep your team loose and not get tight as a top seed?
Well, Yale is, first of all, they're well coached. I mean, Coach Jones is a tremendous coach. He does a great job, and those guys are, they have more experience. We have one guy that's been in the tournament. That's Cavell Bigsley Williams. They have 5 that have played in it just recently, 2 years ago, and they beat Baylor. And they played Duke really, really close that second game, I remember. But there's fishing. You look at their numbers, man, they scare you. I mean, they offensively, they're off the chart. They really push the basketball. But also defensively, they're pretty sound. I think they're holding teams at 41% field goal percentage. So defense. So they're a quality team. But all we can control is what we do. We're not going to change a whole lot. That's one thing I think is we've kind of kept our routine the same. We got to do a good job of pushing the tempo. They want to push the tempo, but we got to do a good job making sure we get back in transition defense and get to their shooters. And they got some guys that can make some plays. Obviously, Oni and Copeland and Reynolds all can make plays. So we got to do a solid job defensively. We got to be solid on our ball screen coverage or on the defensive end, and then we got to rebound the ball. And then we got to get on the glass. We're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country, and so when the shot goes up, we got to make sure we get on the glass too. Great extra possessions.
Sorry, Coach. We got about 5 minutes left here in the middle. Yes.
Tony, Gene Fournette from the Florida Times Union here in Jacksonville. Apologize if you have been asked this before. But as a coach, I mean, you've obviously been thrown into a very unusual situation. So how do you as a coach impart to 19, 20, 21-year-old kids trying to, navigate this with all the outside noise that comes in with a situation like this? How have you handled that with them?
Well, like earlier, I was just mentioning to a couple of the other members here is that we try to, talk about today. We can't control what happened yesterday, but we're mindful of the fact that there's a lot of noise out there. You know that, but what we try to do is focus in on Yale right now. That's what we've done, preparing for Yale, and we talked about that. And we got, unfortunately, guys have a great leadership in Skylar Mays, Tremont Waters. You guys just visited with those guys. Cavell Bigsley has been a great leader for us. So we just really try to have tunnel vision and just concentrate on the task at hand, and that's to play a really good Yale team.
As a follow-up to that, has it become maybe a little bit easier now, as time goes on? Maybe I'm sure the first few days that it happened, there might have been a little more of a chaotic feel to it.
Yeah.
Is it become easier as time has moved on?
Well, I don't know about easier, but it's helped. I think we're settled in a routine. I guess that's the right answer to that. I think our guys, we haven't changed our routine at all. As far as our preparation and as far as what we, the amount of time we spend with our guys and stuff. So I don't think it's gotten easier, but it's the guys I think now are accustomed that coach is not around right now. They heard my voice, Coach Hires' voice, and Coach Armstrong, and they understand that. And then again, I just get back to the ownership.